Hi guys, see these bands? They come in all shapes and sizes. I have a whole bunch of them here, but these unfortunately are medium ones. The one I look for, I packed it in my suitcases. You can get extra long. It's a looped band. If you don't have looped band and you just have a long band, just tie a knot in it, but make it at least a foot long. These are like 8 or 10 inches. You want a foot, and they're the extra long ones. However, if you have a long one and you just go ahead and loop it and tie a knot in it, that'll work too. Okay, and there's all colors. This is medium. You can get heavy. This is a heavy pull. Okay, I know the other one's in my bags, but if you have long bands like this, just tie a knot in it. But instead of making it that short, make it at least a foot. It just gives you a little extra to work with. They're easier to work with generally. I'm gonna move us back here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna be in the floor today, so I'm warning you. So I'm gonna keep this with me in case I want to make it longer. Take a big breath. Yes. Start with a pole. Yes. Have your place ready for you to get down the floor. And the thing I want you to notice is a chair height is approximately 18 inches high. Okay, so I'm barefooted. If I wanted to really wake my feet up and not have any pressure point problems, I will put my pad in the floor, and I may use the pad when I get in the floor, which we're going to go to the floor pretty quickly, but I'm going to put my foot on that pad. Okay, so even though my floor is carpeted, if I have feet issues, I'm going to use this pad, and I'm just going to kind of get my proprioceptive awareness up. See how I'm just kind of coming into this? Here's what I want you to notice. I have a bar, okay? I'm out here in the middle of my room. If you can do this and you have a chair next to you that you can put your hand on, that will work. So I'm gonna always set you up for safety. The minute I stepped on this pad to start my back warming up, to start my abdominals warming up, to start my shoulders, okay? The minute I stepped on the pad, guess what I have a tendency to want to do, because everybody does? Lock my knee. I don't want you to lock your knee. I want you to open your toes, and I want you to keep your knees soft. Then when you go to pull this leg up, now you're going to have muscles waking up instead of stress on a joint. And I hope this is making a little sense to you. So the minute you step on this little pad that many of you have gotten from me, this is a chair, a pad, and a floor. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I have this bar here just because I don't want to move the chair. See that? Because I want you to actually do a one-legged stance. This is one of the better ways to actually start loading and to start having postural awareness and warming up, because all of your joints, all of your bones, all of your muscles in this move right here, even using this, is saying, oh my goodness, she's woken up, or he's woken up. We gotta start doing stuff. See, that's what the message is. So open your toes. If you feel really brave, then don't have the pole on the ground, okay? Soften your knee, open your toes, say rib cage up, drop my shoulders, tighten in my tummy, My knee is soft. And then take that pole off the ground. But it's there if I need it. See? It's there if I need it. And then step back down. Take a big breath through the nose. Okay, so every time I say take a breath through the nose, you know what I'm telling you, right? I'm saying close your mouth. Right. I didn't say shut your mouth. I said close your mouth. Okay, drop your shoulders. My knee is soft. My toes are opened. I'm trying not to grip. Okay, I'm right here. Take a breath. Take a breath. I'm going to take the pole off the ground. And you're going to notice the minute you take the pole off the ground, you're going to start, finding your balance. That's why I want you to spend from 3 to 5 minutes pretty much every day doing this stinking little move here. No, it's not fun when you feel like you're getting off balance. That's why you have your pole. That's why you do it next to a wall. But I want you to have body awareness. And you won't have that if you don't put yourself in a position that you have to go over the postural lineup. So here I am again. Breathing in through the nose. And actually all you have to do in order to do that is shut your mouth. And then soften the knee. And this little move right here. So that when you put your foot down, it's when you want to put it down. That's the control I'm looking for. So I step off, I step back, I regroup, I change, I come back. When I go into the pad, I soften my knee on purpose. Then I bring that toe up and I bring the pole off the ground. Or I just barely put my finger on the wall. Okay? Now, if you want to, push this further, which we've done before, of course, I would have you start doing it with one eye closed. One eye closed. Okay? One eye closed. That's enough. Big breath through the nose. Yeah, it'd be great if you could inhale through the nose, but I'll take inhale all the time. Drop your shoulders. Really challenge yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then one more. Take a breath. From just working on this, just working at this little pad, this little balance pad for a couple of minutes. Oh my goodness, you start to get warmed up. Soften your knee when you're going to bring that pole off the ground. Soften the knee. Try to hold balance, hold balance, hold balance. It's there if you need it. Breath. Breath. This one's my worst side. Keep the knee soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I got lots of work to do, especially on my hip replace side. Okay? So step side, side, side. Shift and tap right here in front. Then shift. See how I'm shifting? So when I'm shifting and I'm holding this here and I'm bringing the leg up to step over the pad and come back. So it's just a little range of motion. So I'm going to step wide. I'm going to say rib cage up. I'm shifting. And now instead of bringing my knee up, I'm going to go from here to here. Okay? This is just a little takeoff of a patterned type walk. We're stepping, and we're stepping over a target. Okay? So some of these little skill drills that I take you through is trying to simulate out what you're going to encounter when you walk out your door or when you're in your house. You got to step over things, okay? And if you tend to be a messy person, as I tend to be, you got a lot of things to step over. Dogs, number one. Yeah. If you look on facts, okay, so see what I'm doing? I'm doing a hip hinge. I'm doing a very high hip hinge. Why is that important? Because the minute that I think about shining my taillights or hip hinging, I go into back extension. That's number one. Number two, so I engage all those muscles just by doing this. Number two, I engage here. Number three, I take pressure off my knee. So I'm gonna go right here, I'm gonna drop my shoulders, I'm gonna shift, and then I'm gonna step forward. See that? In that one step, I stepped up far enough to give my ankle the mobility, beginning the mobility moves that it needs. Then I'm gonna come back. Then I'm gonna shift. And yeah, you can, if you wanna step further, then you step to the back of your pad. If you don't wanna step up that far, then you come to the middle, to the front part of your pad. So it's a smaller step. Anyway, so I'm to the side. I say chin tucked. I say shift. See, I'm gonna shift. Then I'm gonna step way up there. See that? Now, what am I doing to my ankle? Exactly. So say rib cage up, stepping forward, drop your shoulders, then come back, all the way back. I'm gonna do that 2 more times on both sides. Are you ready? So first of all, give your back a little rest. How do you do that? You stand up, keep your knees soft, and you push your hips forward. You drop your shoulders. See that? Yeah, just give it a little rest right there. Then you come back into a soft knee. Decide how far you're gonna step. This is our object. So I'm gonna shift my weight, number one. Then I'm going to step over my target, number two. I'm gonna step far enough that with my rib cage up and me leaning in, I am stretching my Achilles, my soleus, my calf muscle, my foot a lot. Then I'm gonna drop my shoulders, take a breath, and I'm gonna step back to the edge of the target. So I'm on the floor, I'm just using this as my target. Soft knees, take a breath, step over the target, and hang out here so you can stretch your heel cords. Drop your shoulder, make sure your toes are forward, drop your shoulders. Now I'm gonna turn just a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn the other way just a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn the other way just a little bit. Drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders. Then I'm gonna think about what you're gonna do. I'm gonna take this foot from here, I'm gonna go all the way back here. I don't wanna jerk my back. So what am I gonna do? Everybody should be yelling. Drop your center. Yes, drop down, bend that knee in the back, and then take it back, all the way back here. So because I use this as a target, see, you could hit the target. So when you're coming back and you hit the target and you go off the edge a little bit, that's good practice, okay? Because you got your pole, which will help you. Okay, we've done this one many times. It's a great classic to do when you're thinking, oh man, I need to open up my shoulders. Let's see, can I get by a door? This is tantamount to, that means almost like going through a door with your shoulders, okay? So now I'm gonna just take little tiny tandem walks, but my shoulders are down. My elbows are down. I'm just got my fingers, my hands on the outside edges of my pole. Now, if you don't have a long pole, even a golf club is not quite this long, okay? But if you've got a broom handle, it's long enough. Do you see this? I keep saying shoulders down. So after I walk forward a little bit, then I go here, across my midline, I drop my shoulders, and I really open that hip, then I come back. Keep correcting, bring those elbows down. See, if your elbows are out, then I know you're rounding your shoulders, okay? So keep those elbows down. Yep, this is going right across the top part of my shoulders there. I'm gonna step over. I'm gonna go push my hip bones forward, keep my chin tucked, take a big breath, and I'm opening the front of that hip. Yes, right there. And I'm hanging out down here with my arms. So this would be almost the same as if you stepped through a door frame and you put your hands on the door and really drop the shoulders and just really hung out there for a little bit. You just hang out there for a little bit. Okay. Now, we're going to make friends with the floor today. Okay, you got to know that. Take big breaths all the time. Do as many as you can. But if you've ever had any kind of hip, knee, or back issues, or you don't want to have, you got to make friends with the floor. So I'm coming here. I can get down by using the chair, going like this, which is perfectly fine. Or I can get down the way I've that I prefer doing it is I take a wide stance. I go like this. See, I just push the butt back. I do a 3-point stance. See, and I can do it on both sides. And when I come to here, I just walk myself out, bring my knees down, and I'm in the floor. Okay, so as I'm in the floor here, I got my pad, which I may use here in just a minute. I got my little bands. Many of you have the extra long one that I've given you. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Then I widen up my knees. I want to put my toes under to begin with because I really want to stretch my toes out. I want to stretch my whole foot out. So once I'm down here, see, this is my chance to really open up that foot. You don't have to put hard pressure. All you have to do is push back just a tiny bit. See, I can't go back much because of this knee, okay? It's just too tight. Okay, that's just the structure of it now. Then I'm gonna go to my elbows. So your butt's in the air, your elbows are down, and now is when you wanna bring those shoulders to your ears. And then you push back down, you keep your chin tucked. You stay in the toe curl position. So I'm going to tuck in my chin. I want to push my shoulders way up to my ears. Yes, you're rounding the top part of your shoulders. Then you come back. You take a big deep breath. Now you go flat with your toes and you go down as far as you can with your hips. Like you go down as far as you can with your hips to your heels. Yes. Then you're going to crawl right out. Okay, now I'm going to get in position so that I can put my feet in the chair if I want to. Now, let me say right here, the feet in the chair position for a hip lift is probably too much for some of us, okay? So you just got to know that that's going to really push your gluteal and your hamstring. That's why I'm setting you up for this. So now, this is a perfect place to put your hip bones to the floor and to bring your shoulders up to your ears and for you to just lift your chin ever so slightly. See that? And then drop your shoulders, drop your chin. So all that's a good movement sequence. You can go toes down, or you can choose to curl the toes under and push through the toes a little more. And see, I can rock them to the outside. I can rock them to the inside. So my heel goes inside, my heel goes outside. All this is great movement pattern for your feet. So inside, all the way in, and then outside, and then drop. Your elbows are down, drop your shoulders to your ears, tuck your chin, take a big deep breath through your nose, and then drop your shoulders. Drop your chin. Yes. Now you're ready to roll. See, I'm gonna roll right here, just like you're gonna get out of bed. That's it. See this? Yeah, just like that. See that? Take a big breath. I got my elbow here. If that bothers my shoulder, because I'm gonna work really on all sides of the hip today, okie dokie? And it's gonna involve your shoulder, it's gonna involve your back. It's gonna involve your hip. Get that elbow right underneath your shoulder here. So don't let it get out by being sloppy with the way you put your shoulder. Push that shoulder in. Take a big deep breath. Bring the top arm open. So I'm keeping my chin tucked and I'm opening my hand out. This opens the chest. This opens the pecs. Keep your shoulders down. Bring your top leg forward and just reach it out there as best as you can. Okay, that's it. Just let it be. You can have it bent. Just open that hand out, okay? So not only on this move am I putting great pressure, positive pressure through my shoulder girdle, but I'm opening the chest wall on the other side. I'm pulling this knee forward, and it can be bent. You can go straight if possible. You don't have to. Just keep nice and tight in the tummy and keep your chin tucked. You hold it there for a couple of seconds, all right? Now what I'm gonna do, instead of sitting up, I'm gonna roll. So one of the things I really wanna stress today is the value of rolling around on the floor, okay? Now, I've told you before that sprinkling little like Dove chocolate candies around, it helps if they're wrapped, because then they don't make such a mess. But if you roll around on the floor trying to pick up those chocolate pieces, it's a lot more motivating. Okay, so keep your chin tucked, your shoulder in. Okay, so you're down here in this position right here. See, I'm gonna bring the knee forward, maybe out or not. But the big thing here, and this is for Kay, this is for all the K's of the world. If you've had shoulder issues, if you've had forward head syndrome, if you've had rounded shoulder syndrome, this is one that you need to put in your little bank account. See this? This right here is a big deal. That's number one. Shoulder is in. It's not coming up like this. Shoulder is in. Then you take this hand and you open back. You keep the shoulder down. You keep your chin tucked. I'm breathing in through my nose. And then I bring that knee up. And I can straighten my leg. I don't have to. Just so you bring your knee forward. Watch your shoulder here. Watch your supporting shoulder. Okay, open it. Open that arm. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Open. Take a breath. Take a big breath. Keep it open, 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 open. Woo, big breath. And then just kind of be there for a little bit, okay? So instead of going and sitting up and then going over, see what I'm doing? I'm rolling. I'm rolling from this side, shoulder load. My dog is down here. This is Bonnie. It's a nickname for bonsai. That's for Chrissy. Yeah, Michael does a lot of bonsai plants. This is our red Boston. So see what I just did? This simple maneuver. This is one of those moves that if I could make you promise that you were going to adhere to something that would improve your mobility tremendously, it would be this. I'm here. I'm putting positive load here. I'm keeping my chin tucked. I'm engaging my tummy. I'm putting both elbows down. I'm rolling and and rolling. I'm not going fast. I'm not going fast, but I'm rolling from one side to the other side. See how I'm rolling, rolling, rolling? Yeah, we don't swing. We don't roll. We don't do those kinds of motions, those fast motions anymore. And then is it any surprise that we start to lose our vestibular function? That's that inner ear to right yourself. And you can accomplish this by this move. See, like this. You can accomplish it by the rolling right here. And you act like you're going to go back. I know there's a chair there, so I'm not going to go back. I could do it in front of a couch with all my dogs on it. If I wanted to, I could do it here so that I could roll back. So I'm giving you ideas on rolling, number one, because that is such a good strategy to do that. If you sit on the edge of your bed, so I'm giving you some ideas. If you sit on the edge of your bed, pretend my legs are hanging over the edge of my bed. See, this is the edge of my bed. And I just roll back, simply roll back, okay? And I just lay on my bed. Then I come to here, I bring my head up. If I have to do this, I cannot do this move. I have to go to the side and push with my elbow and come up, okay? So if you cannot go down and up without jerking or holding your breath, or then you're not ready for that. But I'm telling you, pretend this is the edge of my bed and my feet are on the floor, and I just simply roll myself back to the bed. Bring my hands out, and then I bring my hands here and I pull forward. Now, the thing I just now did, please don't do it if it causes you to do any of those items that I told you not to do. Don't hold your breath, and you don't, so when you're coming up, you're exhaling, and you don't jerk. If you have to jerk to come up from this position, even with your legs hanging down on the side of your bed, you can't do it. You got to roll to the side and roll up. But this motion, coupled with the other rolling motion, I'm telling you, if you did it even a few times every day in the pathway of getting up, oh my goodness, it would be a game changer. And for some of you, you're going to go like this, and you're going to go like this, and you're going to get dizzy. Don't get freaked out, okay? Number one, if you're on your bed or if you're on the floor, not going to fall very far. And if you'll just focus on something, it will help give your eyesight will help give the vestibular circling a pinpoint, okay? So I'm giving you ideas of how to work this, all right? So that said, we've done our rolls. We've pushed and opened the chest. Now we're going to go into the process of using our hips and our stomach together better. So I'm going to start on this low level. Anybody that's coming in here, you might not be able to do this move from the chair. That might be too high, but you can use this pad. It's only 2 inches, okay? It's only 2 inches. I'm barefooted, so I'm gonna get down without straining my back. How am I gonna do that? I either really use my tummy muscles and hold on here and roll down, or I go to the side. One or the other, okay? So here I am, down in the floor. Yes, that's number one. Number two, I'm going to bring those arms up, over, and just let my shoulder open, 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 open. My feet are on this little pad. I'm going to start to contract my tummy muscles and my butt. So I'm going to act like somebody's coming at you with a shot. So you want to tighten and lift and push into the pad with your feet. And you're going to lift that. You're going to lift your hips. You're going to hang out here for just a little bit. Okay? Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. I know it. Drop those shoulders. Then we're going to come down, 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 down. The small of the back goes first, and then you release. Then you start it all back over again. I'm going to do every single one of these with you. Okay? Put your feet on the pad. You can put the heels down or the feet down. Rotate, tighten through the gluteals. Lift, 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 lift. Hold it right up there. Hold it right up there. Hold it right up there. Then come down, come down, come down. Small of the back goes down first. We want movement in the spine. Here we go into a hyperextension. Here we go. Roll, roll it all over again. Here we go. Up. Stay right up here. Squeeze tight. Take a big deep breath. Hold it up there. Hold it up there. Hold it up there. Then come down, come down, come down. Small of the back and down. Okay, take a big breath. We got one more in this series, and then we're going to add a little change up. Here we go. Up, up, up. Come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Squeeze really, really, really tight. Then come down, come down, come down, come down. Okay? Now hang out there for just a second. Okay? I'm going to come up. You see, I'm coming to the side. I'm putting my elbow here. I can come forward, but I'm trying to make an impress upon you that if you're not there yet, don't worry about it. And guess what I'm going to pick up? I'm going to pick up my little band. So now I'm going to do the next 5 to 8 moves with this little band on. Okay? So you got to figure out how you can loop it over your feet and bring it right up here so that it is above your knees. See this? It's right there. See that? You got it? Okay, anytime you start to feel stressed in your back, it's generally because your mobility isn't quite there and you're flexing your back. So put your hands right here. Open your legs a little bit more. See this? Yeah, so it gives you some room. And then bring that rib cage up. Yes. Okay. Now, the position I want you to hit when you're doing this is your heels are on the little 2-inch lift. And I'm going to go toes touch and then take my toes outside. So I'm going to do inversion and eversion. But here's my question. If you have your heels here, you have your knees bent, what are you doing with your back? And if this is too tight for you to keep your back extended, then open here. Put your hands back here or bring your elbows down here because we're going to be in the floor here, okay? So we're going to do hip lifts with keeping these open. See that? Tap, open. See that? Tap, open. Yeah. Okay, so now take yourself right on down. Right on down. So we're down for the count. We're open. We're going to lift. And when we're at the height of it, we're going to go tap, open, tap, open. You're tapping your knees together. Tap, open, tap, open, tap, open. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep your hips up. And then come down, come down, come down, come down. Okay, now we're going to add some stuff here. Bring one knee in, bring the other knee in like you're in a dead bug. Okay, so here's the dead bug. Yay! Here's the dead bug. All right, so you're going to bring one knee in and you're going to bring one elbow. in, and you're going to take the other leg out against that band. Not all the way, but as far as you can. So keep your chin tucked. Take a big deep breath, drop your shoulders, and bring the other leg in and the other arm to your knee. And the other leg pushes out. So you're putting good pressure all the way. Dead bug, opposite to opposite. Take the other leg out as far as it will let you. So you're just working this whole thing against a little resistance. Opposite to opposite, take that leg out. Take a big deep breath. Okay, one more, take a breath. And you want to really use your tummy muscles to keep your back in a good neutral spine. Dead bug, opposite elbow to opposite leg. Other leg goes way out. Then you come back in. This is the last one here. So opposite to opposite. Take that leg out. Bring it back. Opposite to opposite. Elbow to knee. Take that leg out. Yes, and then come back. Now you're at the dead bug. You're going to bring your heels down. You're going to go hips lifted, open with the legs. When you're up as far as you can go, drop your shoulders, take a breath, touch your knees together, open. Touch your knees together, open. Touch your knees together, open. Lift your hips, push into the heels. Just three more. Stay with me. Breath, breath. Touch the knees, open. Keep your hips up. Come down. Bring those arms down. Yay! Now bring one knee in and then bring the other knee in. So what you should notice when you have the band here is you might have to keep adjusting it so that it's right above your knee. Okay, my hands are right here. I can make them go up above my head to give my shoulder a little traction so that my shoulders are down on the ground. When I bring a knee up, take a big deep breath, and I put it down. I bring the knee up against that band. I have to work my tummy. Take a breath. Knee in, back down. You have to keep your tummy super tight. Keep your hands up as far as you feel you can. Right there. Heel down. Right there. Take a big breath. So you're working against that band. Okay. Now, before we go to the next move, we're going to keep this band right here, but we're going to roll to the side. Remember this position? Here's where we were at the very beginning of this on the floor situation. Okay, so on the floor, open your band so it doesn't cause you a problem on your legs. That's why I'm wearing long pants today, so that I don't get that band cutting into my leg. Okay, so here I am. I got the band right here, correct? My feet are stacked. Okay, I think you can see that. And then I'm just going to take this leg up. See this? Yeah, this right here should be talking to you right here. Watch your shoulder. Chin tucked. Rib cage up. Take a breath. Open. Right there. Yes, you should be feeling, pulling everywhere around that hip. And then drop and pull. And then drop and pull. Yeah. Don't lean back. Don't roll to the back of your hip. Okay, you're just lifting up. That's all you're doing. As if I had like your hand right here. Only I'm getting the resistance from the band. But don't roll. That's a cheater move. Okay? Don't roll. Keep your shoulder in. Take a breath. It's right here. Take a breath. It's right here. Take a breath. It's right here. You should be feeling it all around the hip and the inner thigh and the outer thigh. Yes. Abductors, adductors, yes. Just two more, just two more. Take a breath, keep your shoulder in. Breath. Okay, hold it right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Bring it in. I know it. Okay, now with this here, I want to go to the other side. So how am I going to do that? Yeah, I could sit up, but I want to roll. See this? I want to just squirm around and roll. And I want to use my whole body to get in position. See that? I know it. I know it. Okay, are you ready? The knees are stacked. The feet are stacked. Shoulder is in. Ribcage up. Breathing in through the nose. And I'm just going to lift my leg. I'm going to lift my knee up. Not very far. And come back. See? I'm going to lift it up right there. Bring it back. I'm going to lift it up. Bring it back. Lift it up. Okay? Be very mindful that in order to do this move, see, I could roll my whole body and really get quite a lift. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to stay good posture and act like there's a teacup right here. And you're lifting that up without losing it. See that? Does that help? Take a big breath. Just lift it up. You should be feeling this. This is my hip replace side. This is such a good move for me to do regularly, at least twice a week. I will say twice a week. Okay? So, you're saying, oh, I don't know, I'd never do that. I guarantee you that if you threw some chocolate on the floor, that you would get down and maybe possibly do this. Okay? Just do it 6 to 10 times. Okay, so I can tell you I'm feeling my inner thigh, my outer thigh. Take a big deep breath. I got 2 more right there. See, I'm not bringing it up very far. Remember, I got a teacup right here. I want to lift it without rolling it off. Shoulders down. Take a breath. Here we go. Right there. Yeah? And down. Take a breath. Okay. I'm going to do that little rolly move one more time. I really encourage you to do it. Yeah, I could sit up. No problem. I want to keep the band there. I'm going to roll to a down position, to a prone position. Then I want to roll and go to the other side. So just doing this, rolling and rolling, keeping my tummy tight because that supports my back, and doing this rolling motion. There is great benefit to doing something like this. So I just want to impress upon you, and that's why I'm doing the whole thing with you. Yeah, there's a ton of things we could do down here with our band. But I'm going to take it off, and now we're going to go to a pretty challenging lift. If you don't want to go up onto your chair, then do it again on the pad. I'm going to put the pad on the chair, okay? That's number 1. So I'm going to roll around here, and I'm going to roll myself down, and I'm going to put my heels on the pad, on the chair. Okie dokie. Now, before I do that, I'm going to take this hip. This is my hip replace side. I'm just going to put it right here. And I'm going to go in toward the chair as far as I feel I can. And then I'm going to go out. See that? So the same time that I do this, and if you wanted to really do double work, I would say put your hands here, let them be stretching. Your shoulders should be down on the floor. Your shoulder blades should be down. Then I'm going to take my head off the floor, and I'm going to roll my knee in toward the chair. Then I'm going to roll my knee out, and I'm going to keep my head just lifted. And I'm going to roll the knee in, roll the knee back up. And when you're getting so much pressure right in through here, tension, then put your head down. But take a few moments to actually stress the muscles of your whole upper body, your whole neck area. And you do it safely as you're doing a mobility move. See how the knee's coming in? And then the knee is going to go out while I have this one up here. Drop your shoulders. Now I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put pressure in my abdominals. Are you ready? So tighten in, lift that head 1 inch. Roll in, roll out. Keep that head just above the carpet or just above the floor. See, I'm rolling in. And then I'm rolling out. I'm keeping that head elevated, 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 elevated. And then you get so tired, just put your head down. Now you're ready to do the hip lift. So I'm right here, okay? And again, if you want to do some other work with your shoulders, put your hands beside you. Tap on the floor, drop your shoulders, take a breath through the nose, get in position, and just bring your hands just above the carpet. See, I'm tapping and then coming up. That's it. That's it. Okay? So tighten in the tummy, start to tighten in the gluteals, lift. The hands are up, and then you tap, and you tap, and you tap, and you tap. Then you come down, 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 down. Release totally. Okay? Drop your shoulders. Big breath. Do not hold your breath here. Exhale. Tighten into the gluteals. Your hands are up. And then go tap, and go tap, and go tap, and go tap. And then come down, 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 down. Rotate down, just like we did before. Only this time, there's a bigger load because you're up higher. If you are not ready for that, then take the pad and go to the floor and do the whole thing again with me. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Yes. Take a big breath. Get ready to press and to tighten. Tighten, 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 tighten. Lift. Go up as high as you can. Your hands are above the floor, and you're going to go tap. And you're going to go tap and tap. Lift your hips, lift your hips, lift your hips, and come down, 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 down. Release. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze tight. Here we go. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Right here. Right here. Yes. 2. Tap 3. Tap 4. Breath. Tap 5. Tap 6, come down, 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 down. Totally release. Okie dokie. Put those hands down in a T. Bring one leg down just like we did before. Here we go. The knee comes in as far as you feel you can, and then out. Okay, and everybody has their how far they can roll. If you have a hip replaced, this is my hip replaced. This is my knee replaced. You know, and you just roll in. This is just for mobility. And then you bring it out. See that? Then you bring it up and you do the other one. Put your foot on the floor. Rotate in toward the chair. Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Then go out all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. And then come in. Take a big breath. And come back. Okay, you ready? We're going to do 3 more right now. So either choose up here, choose a lower level chair, or all the way on the floor, or with a pad on the floor. Okay, first thing you got to do, drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Squeeze your gluteals. Lift, lift, lift. Come up as high as you feel you can. hold it, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, come down, let the little small of the back go down first, then release. Yes. Here we go. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Squeeze the butt. Lift, 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 lift. Hold it up there. Hold it up there. Hold it up there. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Release, release, release. Last one. Here we go. Squeeze the butt. Lift, 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 lift. All the way up. Take a big deep breath. Then start coming down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Then come down, then come down, then come down. Now you bring those knees in like a dead bug. Right here, right here, right here. See this? You open, touch your elbows down, you come back. Okay? Take a big deep breath. You open, drop your shoulders, big breath. Take your legs down as far as you feel you can. Elbows down. Big breath, and you come back. Okay? And this position from the dead bug, you take your heel and you go and touch it as far out on the chair as you can. Then you come back. And you take it and you go all the way out and you come back. Okay? So now you're going to bring your elbows down. And you're going to go 1 tap, 2 tap. And you're going to tap right here on your tummy. So see, I'm not putting a huge demand. I'm putting a constant medium demand on my abdominals to keep me in a neutral spine. So it's just a tap and a tap. If I were taking this all the way to the floor, it would be a little different, right? I want you to keep tight here. Yes. Breathing. Yes. Shoulders down. Yes. Keep tight. Just braced. And it's a tap, tap, tapping, a tap, tap, tapping, a tap, tap, tapping. And then I can pat on the floor with my hands as I'm tapping with my heels. Breath, 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 breath. Keep your tummy tight. Breath, 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 breath. And come back and bring those heels down. You should be feeling a stretch through the groin. Bring your elbows down and then come back in and come back in. Take a big deep breath. Go into that dead bug right here, right here. Range of motion with your feet, your ankles, all the way around, all the way around. Then go the opposite way, opposite way, opposite way. Big deep breath. Then come back in. Roll to the side. Right here. Roll to the side. Right here. Don't come up too quickly. And if you do, don't let it freak you out. Things might be spinning. What do you do in that situation? Well, what you don't do is you don't stand up. You just hang out here. Take breaths and find a stationary object and just focus on it. You will write. You will balance out. I promise. Okay? Now, once you quit spinning, then you can go to all fours. Okay? So I'm right here, ready to get up. So I'm right here. I'm going to curl those toes under. I'm going to use one more opportunity to stretch through my feet, my heels, my toes. Then I'm going to go to my fist. I'm going to tighten in my tummy. I'm going to push into my feet. I'm not going to come straight up. I'm going to come right here and look around a little bit and equalize. Once I've equalized, that's when I'll come on up. Okay? Take a big breath. Yes. Here's my little chair. You could do this against a wall. You could do it against a chair, a wall, a door frame. But we're going to push our hips into the back of the chair. Drop my chin. Open my hands back. Take a big breath and then pull back out of that move. Then I'm going to go into a W. I'm going to do a gentle mobility fold. I have my chair here. I'm going to come into this kind of a position. I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go down here and touch down to where my feet are at the floor. I'm going to straighten my legs. Then I'm going to go back down, go into my feet, come back up. Just a gentle fold, just doing that. After you've really opened up your shoulders and your back, it's a good thing to do. Okay, I hope you all were able to do that. Those hip lifts, I gave you several variations. So somewhere in between might work best for some of you, but it's a very good thing to keep doing.